What effect does it have on the sisters? How can we pull thenness to nowness and pulling it together with that slave mentality? The sister being independent today, or having that false sense of independence, comes from the trauma that was sustained back in the slave era. Now, people always say, well, gosh, Goldi, you know, slavery is over. Why do we always have to go back to slavery? Well, let me tell you, the reason why we have to go back is because healing has not begun. The healing process has not taken place. In order to heal, you first have to go back and understand, get a sense of understanding of what happened, get a sense of understanding where the breakdown began. So that's why we go back to the slave era. Now, with this independent sister that walk around today in the 21st century, thinking that she does not need a brother, these things come from the sister back in the slave era not being able to depend on whether or not a brother would be there, because they were all being killed. As a result of that, she detached herself emotionally. And of course, the goal of the taskmaster, the slave owner, was to gain the respect and the faithfulness of the black sister. And that was the overall goal. Why? Because he knew that if he gained the respect and the faithfulness of the black sister, then he in return will have gained that in her children. Because what will the black woman do? Once she trusts the white man, then she will teach her children to trust the white man as well. Once she has become submissive, then she will teach her children to become submissive as well. And as a result of that, that falls into that reversal of roles. And we'll hit on that in just a moment. But I definitely want to go back to the independent sister with this slave mentality. Now, imagine you standing in the middle of a plantation and you're watching your uncle or your father being wrestled to the ground, beat severely, and then strung up by rope on a tree. Now you're watching this. You're watching this. And the whole time you can't believe that it's happening right before your eyes. You cannot believe that this is happening. You're living in a nightmare. And as a result of that, you're traumatized. You walk away, you're numb, you're broken, and you still can't understand what just happened. Well, that's what happened to the sister. And although she walked away traumatized, she still walked away knowing that she had to move forward and that she had children to take care of. But not forgetting, mentally and emotionally traumatized. So at that point, she's what? She's broken. And even in her broken state, she moves forward in an attempt to protect and raise her children. Now, this brokenness, now this is where the trickle down comes in at, because she's traumatized and she's broken. So everything that she's teaching is now broken. Why? Because the strength of the black family has been ripped apart. The dream no longer exists. Papa used to be the head of the household. Mama used to look up to Papa. The children used to look up to Mama and Papa, eagerly, just eagerly seeking their approval on every hand. Well, that family is now destroyed. Papa is no longer the head of the household. As a matter of fact, Papa is no longer in the household. Papa is gone. Either he was strung up or he was sold on a block. So now Mama is left to be Papa and Mama.